talking to no one. Anyway, so we're teams. Yeah, that's the same. Yeah, I'm not doing hard. It's hard enough. Archon mode. Oh boy. So I went to the had a relatively fun weekend though. I went to a concert on Saturday. I think I told you about it, right?
Nice. No, I don't remember you mentioning plans for a concert.
Mm. Yeah, it was fun.
So who was playing?
Um, I may know who they are. I'm not sure. You recognize this? Can you hear that?
I can hear it. Yeah.
Um, that sound familiar?
Oh, is that Lorraine McKenna?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I didn't realize she was actually still doing stuff.
Yeah. Um, yeah, she was at in Massachusetts, next in Boston, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm like, I gotta go.
Right.
And yeah, it was cool. Kind of a pared down band, I guess, but she played harp and piano, and then like she'd go back and forth, and then she had the guitar player that would play electric guitar, acoustic guitar, classical nylon string, and then also a thing called a bouzouki, which is like a 12-string Irish lute kind of thing. And then this
Nice.
and then another other instrument that they only used for the mummers dance. And
Mm-hmm.
then a cello player, an upright bass player who switched between upright and electric, and then the fiddle player, same guy she's been using for years.
Mm-hmm.
Supposed to be doing tonight. Oh, I already got this stuff, right? Oh yeah, okay. Guess I'll do that one. Oh, mutations, huh? Oh, I see. Okay, so it's the same shit. Oh, okay, so
Mm-hmm.
we're ready.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, yeah. So she did like an hour and change, and then she took a break, and then I did another hour and change. Did all the hits. Yeah, she has a new album coming out
Nice.
in March. Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I was like, because she's never, I mean, she tours, I guess, but she doesn't go very often. And most of the
Mm-hmm.
time it's when we were in Florida, it was like New York was as far south as she would go, right? So now that I'm up here, I guess she was at that same theater or very close to it in 2016, but I must have missed it.
Mm.
But this year she's going a little further. And a lot of the time she'd play in just Canada or Europe, Ireland and
Mm-hmm.
stuff. I'm like, oh, I'm definitely not going to go over there. Mm. Yeah, so that was cool. She's 6.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, she's 66, but she can still sing. Still play, still sings. Great. And then that was really it. Really, you know, that was the highlight of my weekend.
I mean, yeah, that does sound pretty bitchin'.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, I wasn't like, it wasn't bad. I mean, I was like in the nosebleeds, but you could still see, and they had a TV camera and stuff, you know, video.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't very, you know, there was no drums or anything, so it wasn't super loud. Um, but so it was one of those things, and a lot of her songs are really quiet anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
So everything had to be like, you know, everyone had to shut up. A couple times somebody was like, shh. But yeah, it was fun. She did all the hits plus the new ones. And then what else happened? I keep feeling I have to talk in the mic now, but I don't. Not to talk to you. That's just for the YouTube. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
What else? Like anything been going on, you know, politically, internationally? Nothing, right?
No, some pretty big stuff going on.
Really? What could it possibly? What could it possibly be?
Yeah.
No one's talking about anything. They're not talking about the same thing over and over and over again. Not that I mind.
Yeah.
Not that I mind. It's actually very interesting, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, certainly beats. You know, Trump's indictment.
Mm-hmm.
Not
Which
that
that's still
the
going
issue
on.
is
It's just
bad. Not that
much
the
less
issue. I'm
focused.
not that I'm glad it happened because it's really horrible. But you know,
Right. Yeah.
but as far as a news cycle goes, it's definitely, you know, I'm sure the media companies are loving it too. It's like, oh, finally we can talk about something else.
Mm-hmm.
But, what a horrible thing.
Yeah. I mean, especially you know, today adding the hospital bombing to it.
What? Oh yeah, right.
Because yeah, I was thinking about that with because they just announced like yesterday or something like that that Biden was going to go
To Israel.
to
Yeah,
Israel to like show
yeah.
support and everything, and then that happened. I'm like, you, that's not a good look now.
Well, I thought he was going to talk to them about like, hey, because he doesn't approve of what they're doing.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think that is kind of a little bit of it. He is trying to say that he is a, you know, we're still allies with Israel, but we
It's
need
like,
to
hey, come on, man, come on,
be
Jack.
a little careful.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right? Whew.
Yeah, and it is a kind of a fine line, you know, to try and walk and figure out
It's
where
tough.
to be on that. But yes, it's the you know, that proportional response question. That's
Yeah, well,
that they're
he's
not
got a
having a
he.
proportional response.
I'm sure he's like pissed off at Netanyahu, but he has to walk that political line.
Hmm.
You know, but I mean, what else are you gonna do, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. And I'm not an expert on the situation.
Oh yeah, I mean it's tough to really weigh in without, expert knowledge. For sure.
I mean, I don't know what else to say about it really, other than
Oh, wow, that's not good.
the obvious.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what do you think? I don't know, unless you have an opinion on it.
Not really. I think it's just gonna be, you know, unfortunately um, more of the same of everything we've been having. Because they just did um, that evacuation situation,
Right?
and that was awful in its own way. And that was just over the weekend.
Right. Sorry. The hospital, you mean?
Well, the evacuation they had over the weekend, where they were like,
Oh yeah.
1.1 million people. You have 24 hours to evacuate before we,
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
not realistic.
like,
In fact,
yeah,
the
it's
UN said it was impossible.
exactly. And they're like, nope, we're sticking to that number. Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Okay. Yeah. Pretty. No. Uh, all jokes aside, it's bad. I don't know what they're gonna do. Hey. We still don't have Hydralisks yet, do we?
Yeah, I think when I say it takes a while to get Hydralisks, because roaches roughly replace them.
Oh. That sucks.
Yeah.
I remember having Hydralisks a lot in this game. Ooh, there we go. Um, oh yeah, with the Lorena McKenna thing, I also got they had a big merch bin booth and everything, but I got they were selling
Nice.
sheet music, so I got
Oh,
that. I got
interesting.
that. Yeah. Well, it's not all the songs, obviously, but it's a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
It's a couple. It's a few, but they're all accurate transcriptions and everything. Like, oh, that's cool. And I started thinking about it. It's like, what am I going to really do with this? And then I'm like, well, I do sometimes, occasionally, like solo acoustic gigs, and I could play it like instrumental in the background, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Just give me something else to do besides like I don't want to fucking get into the whole like covering Ed Sheeran or something. That would be horrible.
Oh my God, right?
That's like, yep, I'm
But yeah, I
desperate.
could see people asking for that.
Oh, luckily, I don't think I've gotten it. Maybe once, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I've gotten Lady Gaga before.
Nice.
And I think Taylor Swift, maybe. What was another one? There was another one I got. Like, oh, it was like way off base. Not usually. Most people who go see live bands, they're like programmed to ask the same 5 songs.
Mm-hmm.
Can you play Margaritaville? Can you play Brown Eyed Girl? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I could see a little bit of a resurgence right now for Jimmy Buffett since he passed away recently.
Yeah, yeah. And I thought that would be more, honestly, people. It happened once so far at a gig.
Oh wow.
What is nice about the Teledynes, at least, other bands that I play in will get like requests like that, but the Teledynes never get that.
Mm.
In fact, we never get, we very rarely get requests at all. If it is, it's within the genre. It's specific, you know.
Mm-hmm.
People know what we do, and they know what to expect, you know, which is nice.
Yeah, they know what this is.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Is that what we should be doing? Attacking while they're frozen?
Oh yeah. I mean, not that it really matters, but the mission is very designed for you to do that.
That reminds me of that Madonna song, like when she was trying to rip off Lorena.
Oh yeah.
Frozen.
Hmm.
That was like at that time, like Lorena McKenna became popular because, well, she had that hit, The Mummer's Dance, because things like Enya and that, you know, were popular and that kind of. But she's legit, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like she actually is a musician and she plays and she's knows, you know, Celtic background stuff, and it's not just some pop artist like cashing in on a sound.
Right. Yeah, this is going pretty easy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can't think of anything else that's been going crazy in the other than that, the Israel Palestine thing.
Yeah. I mean, we're, still continuing the speaker votes.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I watched that earlier today. There wasn't really anything to that.
Right. I don't see, yeah, anything coming of that.
Yeah, I mean, it's at this rate, it does look like it's going to be Jim Jordan eventually.
Didn't they just
Who
catch him
knows?
in some sort of like scandal,
Maybe.
like
I mean,
harassment case at a university or something?
yeah, but it's, the Republicans, so they kind of overlook things like that.
Right. So do the Democrats need to vote on this at all?
I mean, they have been for their own, candidate.
Oh, I gotcha.
And it's basically the same thing that happened during
Oh, the McCarthy.
the last McCarthy one, that they just kept voting for their own person over and over again, and kind of showing how much of a shit show it is on the Republican side.
Mm-hmm.
Because yeah, they shouldn't be having this much issue just picking a single person. They all believe in basically the same crap. Oh, I guess roaches don't attack up. Oh, okay. I was thinking this whole time they were doing that.
No.
Yeah, no, we definitely hit some hydralisks. Oh my god. Alright, we'll just end this mission.
Yeah, so, and you know what's fucked up? One of the channels that I watch, David Pakman, political commentator, his channel got copyright struck twice
Okay.
by Fox News.
Okay.
Twice by Fox News for covering the debate.
Wow. That's some bullshit.
Yeah, like what we did. But he comments on it a lot more. You know, we were just bored out of our mind the last one. But
Right.
but this but yeah. And so if he gets one more strike, that's it. They could pull his whole channel. He almost has 2 million subscribers.
Wow. That is it's, like the whole idea of a presidential debate is it's supposed to be for like the public good. It's you can't copyright something like that. It's not like here's the president of the United States brought to you by Heinz Ketchup or whatever. We did almost have that.
Right. Well, it is though. And that's Rumble doing it, but right, that's Rumble doing it. It's the brought to you by the NRA coffee, whatever that is. I don't know.
Oh yeah. Oh god, I almost had the name and then it was just like slipped away.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, of course. Because they know their audience. It's libertarians and right-wing libertarians and Republicans. Blend. Yeah. No, they probably wouldn't like that. That would be offensive. Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah, it is like that. Here's our Desert Storm and our Operation. What could they call it? They could call it what was the operation for the Iraq War? Why did, I don't know. How did that happen?
I mean, I do remember there was a Operation Iraqi Freedom, but I don't remember if that's what it was originally called or whether it was rebranded after they actually started everything.
Yeah, I don't know. It was Operation. No, there was another term that they used.
Shock and awe.
Shock and awe. That's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a good coffee name. Yeah. For them.
Actually, that kind of works.
Yeah.
But yeah, exactly. That's like there's no. I mean, I guess there's no subtlety. I guess is what I'm trying to say. It's just saying like we like the military.
Right.
Here you go.
Republicans, subtlety? Are you kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're really good at twisting the truth.
Yeah, and yeah, whataboutisms and claiming that the other side's doing it, they're not.
Right. Well, usually if they make a claim that the other side is doing it, it's usually the inverse of what they're actually doing.
Absolutely. Yeah, because I want to say it was around like last week. McCarthy made, I think it was McCarthy, made some kind of comment about like how, the Democrats are leaving the House in disarray right now, and they need to get it together.
Right.
And I'm like, really? They don't even have to show up to work. This is all you guys.
Right.
I mean, there is the small chance that something, interesting could happen, and they're able to sneak in a Democratic, you know, panelist or speaker. It's not likely, but there could be some strange miracle of that. Actually, because yeah, that was something that they had floated on Fox News today. Is technically there is precedent for a Speaker of the House to be selected on plurality rather than majority.
Hmm.
Which would mean that if they wanted to try for that gambit, and on that vote he doesn't get the plurality, then it would in fact go to the Democrat one.
Hmm.
I don't think they're ever going to try that because one, they didn't try it during McCarthy. So, and right now it's like they're getting consistently 212 people for the Democratic candidate. So their only way that gives them any advantage is to be able to beat that, and they only need 218. So they're literally just saving like a couple people.
Mm-hmm.
And if they don't have every single person that they need to get at least 213, using that method, they could end up shooting themselves in the foot.
Oh well. But the Republicans? Who cares?
Well, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, when the Republicans are causing all the problems, it's always like, oh, the system is broken and we need to work together and put away partisan politics and everything else. It's like, yeah, because you broke it.
Mm-hmm.
And now you want to work together? But when, the Democrats want to work together on something, it's like, oh, we can't play these identity politics or these party politics. We have to stick to our guns and our beliefs and all, whatever they say.
Yeah.
It's all a bunch of crap.
Yeah, I know often during the like Republican stuff going on, it's like oh, we need to conserve the budget. The Democrats are wanting to
They've been saying that for
get
decades.
too much money, whatever.
They've been saying that
Yeah.
for decades. That was the standard, like typical lunch table politic kind of approach that everybody said. Oh, Democrats just want to give money away to everybody, and Republicans want to save it and help businesses.
Mm-hmm.
Democrats
Yeah,
are
and
for
that's
the
what I'm
working.
saying. Like that's their still go-to line, even
Yeah,
though it's not really accurate.
right. Well, this is the reason why they focus on culture war bullshit, because they have nothing else.
Whew, almost didn't get that one.
Come on. Yeah. So. Hey. Now we got the Hydralisks. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Need the gas. Vespine gas.
Yeah, I'm getting the people working on the gas.
Wait a
At
minute. We
least
have
on
three.
for my base.
We have
Oh
three.
yeah, we still have yeah. I've done a little bit on that middle base,
I'll get these guys
but
going.
not a ton. Cool. Let me get this going here. And
What else did I watch recently? Have I watched anything new? Finished all of Ahsoka. Now I'm on to
nice.
Loki. And
Yep, loving Loki.
yep, I haven't really. I've only seen the first episode so far. And
Yeah, I mean they only have 2 so far, so it's not really too much. Um, I mean, Wheel of Time is just kind of sitting there. If you want to give that a try at some point.
yeah, I need to get back into that. I probably after I'm done with this, I've been going back and forth. I've been watching The Expanse as well.
Mm,
That is appropriately named because it keeps going on and on and on.
nice.
And it's like it had a peak of interest at the end of what season 3 or beginning of season, and then I was like in the middle of season 3, that whole story arc just ended, and they went on to something else. It's like that was
Oh,
weird. That
weird.
should have been the finale. That should have been the season finale, you know. But then again, I haven't seen the season finale. Maybe it's better. I don't know. The show's getting better and more entertaining, but I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough. I always tell myself, oh, I really like sci-fi. I really like science fiction, but other than Star Trek, I really just and some Star Wars stuff, I really just don't like sci-fi shows typically. I
Mm-hmm.
always find them to be boring.
Yeah, I can kind of agree a bit on that. A lot of the ones that I've um, really kind of sat down and watched, they they don't really do a whole lot. Um, that's particularly entertaining. Although, I mean, there are some ones that I do like Doctor Who is fun.
That's different.
So
I
that's
meant
one
like
I would
space
do.
stuff, like anything to do with,
Sure, yeah.
I guess I should make it more specific. Space science fiction based stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's Firefly was good.
I never watched that. I heard it was good.
It won't take long.
No, I know. It's not. Oh, it's like 1 or 2 seasons or something.
Yeah, because it just had the 1 season and 1 movie, and that
Oh,
was
that's
it.
it. Yeah, Serenity, right? Was the movie?
Yeah.
It was on um oh, what do you call Netflix for a long time. I don't know if it still is.
I think it's on Hulu now.
Hmm.
And I mean, who knows? It could be on other services, but I want to say I saw it more recently on Hulu.
Yeah, because I mean, I don't know. I don't know what you think about Andromeda.
I've heard good things, but I. Oh wait, no, wait. Which one?
That's an old
Is that the
show.
one with Kevin Sorbo?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, I've seen a little bit of it. I don't really remember too much about it.
Yeah. I mean, and I don't really count Stargate into this because Stargate's not really in space. Um,
I mean, it gets there.
yeah, it gets there. Yeah.
Which, yeah, it's not the same, but um, I would be more willing to count it for its later seasons, and also Atlantis.
Yeah, I gotta watch those. I haven't seen those yet.
And that's one of the things I actually really liked as a progression for the Stargate shows and everything, that they felt like they were progressing throughout the seasons, that it wasn't just always the same, oh, we go through another portal, oh, it's another unknown whatever planet, blah, blah, blah. It's like technologically, like every other season, they're getting like major upgrades.
Yeah.
Even to the point of having a literal starship.
Right. To fight the Gould. Glold. Is it the Gould or
And
the
then also,
Gould?
of course,
Or everybody pronounces it differently.
I know, right? Even on on their own show, it's like, come on, guys, just get all the actors together, tell them what they should be saying.
See, I don't. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, with the pronunciation shit that we have to deal with. Like in a TV show, there's an example.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was mostly the actor for General Hammond.
Right.
That he was just like, no, it's Gould. I'm not saying your weird thing.
Right.
I have no idea if he actually ever was anything like that, but it kind of has that feel to it.
What am I supposed to do with this warp conduit? Nothing.
Oh, so they have these like shuttles that are trying to escape to them,
Oh, okay, so
and
we
we're
need
just
to
having
take.
to stop them.
Or we
Yeah,
just take
I've been
hydraulics.
doing pretty well stopping that. Yeah, just boop. Yeah, this is basically like the train
Yeah.
mission.
Right.
Yeah, and we're just. But yeah, I'm trying to think of another, like. Oh, there's the Orville.
Oh yeah. Well. Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, yeah. I still need to go back to that actually.
Yeah. That was fun.
But I was enjoying it.
Yeah. Anything that tries to be more realistic with space is when I kind of like, You got to have some
Like, yeah, it's
elements.
sci-fi. Make technology be better.
Right, exactly. And no, instead we're going to have an entire like episode based around the physics of actual space flight, and how difficult it would actually be. And so real space combat would be really boring.
Ooh, Battlestar Galactica was good.
Yeah, no, I do want to watch that. Yeah. Yeah, I guess there are plenty of sci-fi. I just haven't seen them, I guess. Because The Expanse is good. It's good, but it's just like... It just takes a while to get going.
Oh, they're doing two at the same time now.
It's alright, I already got Hydralisks over here.
That's fair. Yeah, you got that one.
Well, at least they tell you when it's coming. But yeah, they're also talking about putting and I don't know, I don't like that hyperbole that people use, and even the people I watch will do it too. U.S. troops on the ground in Israel,
Yeah, I don't think we're anywhere near that.
Well, they actually are sending non-combatant
Really?
troops. Yes, non-combatant troops to Israel.
Okay.
Not soldiers. But when it says U.S. troops, it's like you think soldiers, and of course everybody knows that. When you put that, so everyone's going to click on it and say, "Oh, what's this about?" And then you look, and it's like, "Oh no, it's, advisory positions and medical and that sort of stuff."
Yeah, that definitely is. Yeah, not the same equivalent for sure, but it makes it sound way worse than it actually is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, oh,
I think it's I mean I don't know. I mean I think it's good in a way.
to be sending people over there.
Yeah.
Why?
Why? Because then we have eyeballs on the IDF.
Oh, so that way we can actually see, what it is that they're doing.
Right. So when we can see the actual war crimes.
Yeah, yeah, I guess that's fair because it is right now like the hospital thing today that they were like, oh no, that wasn't us.
Mm-hmm.
That was them. They bombed themselves.
Shit. Did you not get over to that one?
Oh, I wasn't seeing it.
Ah, crap. We're gonna miss it. I thought you had some troops stashed over there.
Oh shit. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, I would have just like I was. We should just you should just send hydralisks over there.
Yeah, I mean, we were definitely at the point that we could have just parked some at all three locations.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was starting to do. I thought you had done that, but I guess not.
Nah, I was destroying the launch bays because I was like, oh, that could speed up the mission. And then because if we just destroy those, then there won't be any more shuttles, and then we just win early.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I woke up this morning. Luckily, I went to bed last night, which I do want to try to get to bed at a decent hour tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Um, um,
On the move.
mm, yep. Another plant there. Now. What are you building over here?
Oh, a base because it's right next to here, so I could just
Oh, there you go.
build some anti-air and fuck them up.
Hey.
Yes.
Kerrigan things. Working on the other one.
Cool. Yeah, I got this one here on the left.
Here's the thing. Okay, here we go. Wait a minute. You can't build that? How do you build that? The thing to expand the creep. Or can you not do that?
You need to use a queen.
Oh,
Queens
right,
make
right,
those
right,
little
right, right,
pod
right.
thingies. Yeah.
Couldn't remember.
Oh yeah, nearing the enemy's base. Kind of like that. Anyway.
Anyway. Yeah, of course, everyone's got to have their opinion on the Hamas thing or whatever. It's just amazing how many people can't make the difference, the nuance. It's not even that much of a nuance.
Oh yeah, because I was reading that they did a poll on this, and apparently 2/3 of Republicans are 100% in support of every response the Israel's has done so far,
Right,
and only 1/3 of Democrats are.
right.
So I mean, yeah, that I think that pretty much shows the divide on, like most Democrats can understand the subtlety of what's going on, and Republicans are just like, no, they're all terrorists, bomb them.
Right.
I mean, yeah, I think they literally have people on Fox News saying like they're tired of people trying to differentiate Hamas from Palestinians.
Well, there's a huge fucking difference.
Exactly, right?
They're like, oh, well, they voted him in. Yeah, in 2006, and they've held on to power since. You know? They haven't had another
Mm-hmm.
vote on it, you know? As far as I know. They did what Donald Trump wanted to do. Just stay in power.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, Netanyahu got back in power too, so.
I know, right? Like, like there was already a lot of issues just regarding that,
Right.
and now we're seeing kind of everything about that continuation.
Mm-hmm. I mean, obviously, this is all,
So,
the core of a lot of this, the reason why they hate each other is all, it's complicated, with the, sort of complicated, with the occupation and everything else. But, I mean, that's all ultimately based in why they think they have the right to the land. It stems from their religious beliefs.
mm-hmm.
And the Christian fundamentalists, they support Israel. They don't care about Jewish people, they just support Israel. Because if all the Jewish people get there, then that brings the rapture.
Yeah, I could definitely believe that kind of mindset.
Oh, yeah, that's real. It sounds crazy, but nope, it's very real.
Yep, tower defenses took it out, and now mission will be early complete, which is later than before, but that's fine. That's fine.
Oh, okay, so you completed the thing anyway. So it doesn't even matter. Or do we still have to wait? Oh, that's it. It's done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I was trying to do before, but I didn't realize they'd launched one. Oh, so in other news, not sure if you heard, but the UK has finally given its approval for the Microsoft acquisition of Activision Blizzard. So that's going through now.
Right. Oh, I knew about that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was like sometime last week or a little bit earlier.
Of course, everyone's like, "Oh, well, no, it's gonna be all on Warcraft's gonna be on Game Pass, and you're gonna have to pay 2 subscriptions." It's ridiculous. That's not gonna happen. I don't think they'll put. They might put StarCraft 2 on Game Pass.
Yeah, I'm definitely not
But
worried about it.
instead of having to buy the game, I don't know, maybe. But Warcraft, no, unless they just did like. But there's no point. There's no point in putting it on Game Pass because it's already there. Just keep the Blizzard launcher. But for Activision, like if you want to put all the Call of Duties on Game Pass, that's fine.
Hmm.
Sorry. Oh shit! Is this the one inside the? This is the one inside the
Uh,
spaceship, isn't it?
I don't know.
Or is that
Could
a
be.
Protoss one? I don't remember.
Yeah, I do remember a Zerg mission. Oh, I see what you're saying. Like whether. No, I think it's the I
Yeah, it's
think the
this
Zerg
this one.
campaign because I
Yeah.
remember playing it more than once, and I didn't play any of the Protoss ones more than once.
Yeah, that's it. All right, I'll be right back. I gotta use the restroom.
Okay. Oh, right. Forgot to mention that. So yeah, um, I did remember a piece of science news I saw during the week. Unless you're not back yet.
Sorry.
That's cool.
Max speed. Nope. Yeah, pretty much the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
What other? Yeah, there's nothing really else going on, I don't think, politically. Other than
Yeah, I
that,
mean,
every the Hamas thing, that's taken the precedent, the center
yeah, and the
stage,
speaker stuff. Yeah,
the speaker stuff, yeah.
yeah, which the I mean, the fact that we're looking at Jim Jordan specifically, I think has a special note of suckage.
I don't really know much about him other than, he's in that scandal or whatever.
Oh yeah, no, he is like you've heard of Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, he is basically just as bad as her.
Really? Is he a MAGA
Yeah.
person?
Oh, he's like the hardcorest of MAGA.
Really? I had no idea.
Yeah, he is. I mean, he's the one like basically front running the current like Biden impeachment because of Hunter Biden crap.
Oh, oh.
Also,
Okay.
I weirdly can't control anything.
Can you control this one?
I can't control either one now.
Really?
I mean, that's fine. It's not that big a deal. Just kind of a
Did I not
surprise.
put it in Archon mode?
I don't know.
Let me just get out of it. I can always skip this mission. I don't like it anyway.
I mean, that's. I don't think from what I remember, that it actually takes all that long if you're just kind of pushing through. But yeah, so yeah, Jim Jordan is. He has, like, since I was introduced to him back with when they were doing the first impeachment of Trump. He was one of the people when he had his like 5 minutes to talk. He was going like hardcore into Hunter Biden conspiracy theory crap, like back in like 2018. And he is a very like loud and vocal, like just out there guy.
Hmm. Can you change your?
Person to be also Kerrigan?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, I wonder if that has something to do with it.
But yeah, I do see the Archon mode, so if it doesn't work, then that's what's going on. And maybe I'll get control of something once the larvae have done their thing.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, yeah, it is just like awful. Like I said, this is basically if Marjorie Taylor Greene were up for it.
Mm-hmm. Skip this. No. Oop.
That long, it'll be fine.
So if he becomes speaker and Trump wins the presidency, that's bad.
Mm-hmm.
That's really, really bad.
Oh yeah, he would absolutely. I mean, he is a very strong. Okay, yeah, there must be something special going on right now, just with the initial larva. But yeah, he is like a hardcore Trump follower or whatever. So it would be like he would literally just do whatever it is that Trump says to do.
Hmm.
Oh, he's also one of the people that was suspected to be on the inside of Congress in favor of the January 6th situation.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, like he is that level, not just like I love Trump, like I need a pardon kind of level.
Then why is he even still in? Does he hold office? No.
Jim Jordan?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
he's
is
still a congressman.
the fuck?
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. No Congress people were in any way punished for things that they said or did in relation to January 6th.
Yeah. What am I supposed to do with this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It won't work.
Mm.
I think something's broken.
Okay, fair enough. Then yeah, this.
I mean, it's broken with Archon mode or something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well.
Yeah, it is just kind of a weird mission anyway, because it's like I don't think you get any like Kerrigan upgrade stuff from it.
No, it's just a story thing.
Yeah. So yeah, whatevs. Um, hmm.
What's going on?
I hit my microphone a little bit.
No, no, no. The screen's like flashing and shit.
Oh, I'm not having that. Yeah. So yeah, there is definitely concern. In fact, actually, I think before they did the vote between Jim Jordan and Stephen Scalise, of between the two of them, I think Jordan had even floated the idea of Trump being Speaker of the House.
Mm.
Because it's like there's a I don't remember if we talked about this, but apparently there's a technicality that would actually allow for that to happen. Because I guess in the rules for like being elected as Speaker of the House, it does not actually mention anywhere that the Speaker of the House has to come from a member of Congress.
Mm-hmm.
Which is just, I feel like that's just an oversight. I don't think they ever intended for any possibility that that wouldn't be the case. You know?
Right.
But technically, it's getting all slow and choppy for some reason.
Is
Oh,
it?
okay. No, it's going fine now. Just a temporary thing. No, weirdly, it's everything with Kerrigan, it's slow and choppy, but Zeratul is smooth.
Hmm.
That's so weird. That's fine. Anyway,
Wait a minute. I thought I just selected this stuff. Oh, because of the last time.
ready. Oh, that doesn't matter. I don't think it actually has been affect anything.
Mm-hmm. Lovely. Hungry, hungry, circling.
Right?
Instead of that's what kids play on the in the future.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have Hydralisks.
Yeah.
Or, yeah, I said the right one. 1, 2,
And we
3.
also have Mutalisk.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, since they do less damage than the Hydralisks, I probably would just stick with making those personally.
Yeah.
We need more minerals. Man.
Oh yeah.
At least there's some gas pickups that's easy to get to, though.
Mm-hmm. Stop blinking. I don't want to build you. I have to build a high
Alright,
realist
there we go.
den.
I guess once we have one, that'll be good for all of them, technically. I was about to build one too, and then I realized I don't need to.
They're good for scouting, I guess.
That's true. Ooh, nope, nope.
Oh yeah.
Aye, aye, aye.
You told me what that was from, but oh, it was from
Power Rangers.
right.
Yeah, for some reason. I've seen enough now to have that in my mind.
Mm-hmm. Where and not power. When are you watching these?
Oh, this was years ago. Like I said, when it first went on Netflix, my roommates were watching it because they grew up watching Power Rangers.
Ah.
So I just watched some of it with them to get a sense of the show since, we never watched it. And I was like, yeah, I can see why we didn't watch it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I tried when it came out and I was just like, ugh.
Yeah.
Well, shit. Hmm. What's all this shit? Oh. Feed the ancient one. Absorb primal essence. So I gotta find the primal essence. Oh, there's one.
Sweet.
But I don't know if I can get it from the air. Probably not.
I'm pretty sure not, no.
And they're about to die anyway.
I'm just gonna
No, maybe not.
get those hydralisks going.
Barely taking any damage because of the setting. So.
Right.
Yeah, maybe they will be useful. Hey, not enough Vespine gas.
guess we're just kind of on a scouting mission for these bioessences now.
Mm-hmm. Oh, jeez. Oh, that's where you are.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm. Does it even show up on the radar?
For what?
The essence.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Here's one, I think. Maybe? No. Thought it was. Hmm.
Oh, there's one. To the north. So they come up as purple. They're like a purple Zerg symbol.
Oh. Still missing one then, right?
Yeah. should probably stop that.
What?
The Quilgore biomass destruction.
Oh yeah.
Nope. Okay.
Damn. It's got to be in these leftover areas.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Know where it is? Oh, it's over here. It's right by the base. I got it.
Oh, wow. That is stupid close. I guess we were supposed to find that one first.
I guess so. How come I can't get it? Oh, move Kerrigan there.
Yeah, yeah.
Where is she? Can I just click on the hero portrait? No, where's... No. Do you have her? Or is there two of them still?
I have a Kerrigan, but yes, we have two Kerrigans.
Well, where's the other one? Oh, here it is.
It's yeah, big ball.
Oh, big ball. Yeah. Look at the map. Oh, you have to order a drone to harvest it, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you remember when we did this mission that was a human campaign?
Hmm. Right. Oh, I already put one in there. Why are there two drones going after it? Is it faster?
No, I think maybe we both gave the same order.
Ah. I'll find another one.
I mean, I don't know about this ancient, but when I eat a lot of food, I go to sleep.
Mm-hmm. No, he's just being greedy. Why would I go perk for food when they can do it for me?
So he's being typical, like, corporation
Oh, he does look like a fat
CEO.
capitalist, doesn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say, yeah. But why, drone? Why?
How many more? One more.
Mm-hmm.
Are you doing it already?
I've sent a lot of drones to a lot of places, so yeah. Oh yeah, there's one going. I see it. Yeah, we're pretty close to being done.
Oh yeah. And boom.
Oh.
That Mario RPG's coming out soon, right? For Switch.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's I think end of November.
Oh, oh. Oh boy, it's 12:30. I'll probably get going here in about a half hour.
Sounds good.
I've been up since 8 anyway, so.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. What does she need him for?
To unlock whatever the powers of this planet are,
And it talks.
so that she can transform into Super Kerrigan.
Mm-hmm. And it talks. It talks. But we can't hear it because I got to shut off. But that's because we were talking more last time. Oh.
Cool. Cool, cool. Oh, so yeah, I don't think I ever got a chance to mention the science news thing that was going on. So I heard that apparently there is calculations that scientists have made regarding an asteroid that some I don't know how they do the math to figure out like what an asteroid's mass is, but they have ways to do that. And supposedly there's an asteroid that they've calculated the mass of.
You measure the
Or dense.
diameter and then the something else, and you can get the mass roughly.
Maybe
I actually
I'm
just
trying to say
watched a video on that, on how to get the mass
and like density.
density. Yeah, not the exact density, no. You
Okay.
have to.
So then I'm using the wrong word because I think this is more about density then.
Yeah.
But anyway, their calculations say that this asteroid would have to have a core material that is a higher density than any current element on the periodic table.
Hmm.
So they believe it's possible that this asteroid has a like metallic core that is of an atomic number that is theoretical but never been actually witnessed before.
Hmm. Hmm.
So yeah, I think that's pretty awesome if that's,
So what does
turns
that
out to be
mean?
the case. Well, I guess it means that if NASA can, they need to, send something to it. If it's, I don't remember if the article said where it was at, so I don't know if it's within sending things to range. But hopefully.
Well, that would be something.
Yeah, because they were talking about how like right now a lot of our upper numbered elements on the periodic table are
Element 150.
unstable
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
like natural
Right.
states.
Because we made them. Right?
So, huh?
Didn't we make them?
Yeah, exactly. We had to, use like scientific equipment to like have it be in existence for, maybe a fraction of a second or something. And then they got the recordings from it and they're like, "Yep, see, we did it. We discovered it."
Element 115.
Mm-hmm.
What's his face? Bob Lazar.
Mm.
Yeah, that's who claimed element 115 existed in when he said he worked at Area 51.
Oh, fair.
And it's like, okay, but you didn't say what element 115 was,
Mm-hmm.
made up of. I mean, is that all it is? It's just neutrons and electrons, more of them, or isn't it?
Yeah, I think the element number is in reference to the number of electrons it has.
Right.
But like I said, most of the ones we're dealing with now have been unstable, and they're excited about this because like not only could this be a new element we don't know about, but if so, it is one that exists stable in nature.
Or it's manufactured.
Right? Which yeah, that would also be interesting. If it turns out to be a just a rock encrusted alien spacecraft.
Spacecraft, like the Kilrathi.
Well, that wouldn't be great.
Nope. Send a satellite in there and what happened to it? Yeah, that would not be a good day.
Oh shit! I took the 2 extra I didn't need to.
What are these things supposed to be doing?
You have to root them for them to launch their little balls.
Oh,
They're like siege tanks that only work in siege mode.
I see.
Yeah. Yeah, these guys are good for defense. It has the best goo. Yeah, we have to find Earth's original spawning pool, and then we can gain superpowers too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, defending the pool.
Yeah, the Republicans sound, or the whole Israel thing, they sound like, you know, ow. We must also keep in mind that during the war, certain social and political changes happened along the frontier. Now, whether or not these changes relate to the senseless acts of terrorism remains to be seen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right.
Yeah. I actually looked into it quite a bit, like the history of it, Hamas, and where
Mm-hmm.
they came from, and the start of it, and all of that. And going back to, I went back to the Ottoman Empire. I figured that was
Oh shit.
a good starting point.
Nice.
I'm like, okay, well, we know you go back further than that, and it's all just like, you know, there was no Israel really. There was going way, way back, I guess, but then you get into like BCE era or biblical times, the Bronze Age. I don't want to go back that far. That's ridiculous. But
Yeah.
but at least like the formation of Palestine, the formation after the Ottoman Empire, after World War One, basically,
Mm-hmm.
and you get into, you know, the White Paper Act, I think it was called, the British, that eventually was replaced the British mandate and why Israel exists in the first place
Mm. Fair.
in 1944 or 47, something like that.
I think 48.
48, 48. You're right. Yeah, 48. And then that led to, you know, you're by doing that you guaranteed a quarrel with Arabic people,
Mm-hmm.
with the Muslims in the area. So the problem is now you have people that are of Palestine descent have papers proving that their family owned property in Israel before the British mandate,
Mm-hmm.
and they're saying that you don't have a right to this anymore. I don't know if you've seen the latest John Oliver.
I saw the beginning part. I haven't finished it yet.
Okay, so yeah, he said that
Mm-hmm.
this accent has caused enough trouble.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah, that definitely about summed it up.
Mm-hmm. Well, he has a point. Tough luck. I'm the boss here. So, yeah, so it was interesting for me, blah, 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 and then the illegal occupation of the West Bank and all this stuff, and expansion, and Israel's never said where their borders should be. That would be helpful,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And most people in the world, in the international world, and in Israel and Palestine want a two-state solution, so why can't we get it?
Right.
It's geopolitical and fueled by religion, but mostly it's religious based, you know.
Yeah. As is, most of the world's problems.
Mm-hmm. I just don't understand it. Why people put so much, energy into something that doesn't exist. Or at least for all practical purposes, it doesn't, right?
Mm. Yeah, I mean, ultimately, there's no way to know one way or another. But I think that it's like everyone's fine to just believe whatever you want, but as soon as you try and tell someone else what they gotta believe, then that's where you're gonna have problems.
Well, yes, of course, right.
Yeah.
But like we live in a world where it's like, yeah, you can find we're pattern seeking creatures, so yeah, we can find patterns in anything.
Mm-hmm.
But are they really there? Or are we just seeing them, like the way people can see faces in clouds and whatnot?
Yeah. It's hard to say.
And certain things that happen. I mean, you can look back retrospectively at your own life and say, well, if this hadn't happened, then I wouldn't be here, and then this wouldn't have happened, and that must have happened for a reason, you know? No. It's just that's the way things that's the way things happen, you know? Because you happen to be happy with your situation right now, you think that. If you weren't happy with your situation, then you probably wouldn't want to think that.
Mm-hmm.
Which is the reason why when bad things happen, what's their answer? God works in mysterious ways.
Oh yeah, because there's never a time where you can, be allowed to blame God.
Right.
Yeah. Even though there are, plenty of times where it's like, oh well, it goes to that question about like, oh, all evil in the world is done by Satan, because God doesn't do any evil. It's like, well, if God is all powerful, he's allowing Satan to exist and would have also have made Satan in the first place.
Right, because he's supposedly the archangel, the
So,
sun, and if he's really omniscient, then he should have known what was going to happen. So he's kind of a dick.
mm-hmm.
Either he's omnipotent, or either he's impotent or evil, if it exists, as the saying goes.
Mm-hmm.
Can't do anything or refuses to. It's like that joke, right? God, was that earthquake in whatever, that earthquake in India, was that you? Oh, yeah, that was me.
Mm-hmm.
Or was what's the what about that volcano down in South America? Yeah, that was me too. Oh, well, what about that log, that tree that fell on Dave the other day? Oh no, that wasn't me. I was busy. I was in Africa giving AIDS to babies. That's like a Ricky Gervais thing. But it's just funny because kill the might as well kill it, right?
Yeah, I got some people heading down to do that, but it's all good.
Man, it's all good, man. Oh man. So
Oh, wow.
it's pretty powerful.
Yeah, he does some good damage.
Not enough
Yeah,
though.
wow.
Um, yeah, it's just an easy thing to. I get we basically live our lives in a way that it doesn't exist. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So why make things? Things make more sense when you say like, oh, there isn't some sort of god of intervention or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, do we have free will or not? So of course we have free will because we have no choice but to have it. We don't know any different, Like we can't
Mm-hmm.
perceive it any other way.
Yeah. Although there is, I think, a question of like the existence of free will in like if you consider like time travel possibilities,
Mm-hmm.
obviously, you know,
Right, but then you're
but just for
talking.
purposes of like philosophically,
Yeah,
then the only way that you would be able to change the future would be to know what is supposed to be in the future for you to change it.
right,
So if you don't have any knowledge of the future, then everything is theoretically locked into a specific path, which would then mean there is no free will. Even though from your perspective there is, but in the full timeline, everything would go the way it would have to go.
right.
Because you'd have no way of knowing that if you're what you're changing to try to change it.
Unless they're cutting the timelines or whatever, like Loki.
Oh
Loki.
well, I mean, yeah, sure, like some Loki stuff, but I mean, it's just that like some more of a like a philosophical kind of
Yeah,
comment there that it would require foreknowledge to know that you're doing something that was actually a choice.
well, yeah, that was actually a choice, but you're always presented with these choices, and it's like, and then they say, oh, well, our brain's already made up their mind before our conscious brain knows, really makes the
Mm-hmm.
choice. But yeah, I just don't see the future, anybody knowing what's going to happen. And
Yeah, like the closest thing we have right now would be like predictive algorithms
right,
that can like say, oh, based on everything that we know about this person up to now, the algorithm says they will do this. And they're getting decent at being able to do predictive information like that, but it's not, perfect. But that would be the closest thing to actually have, I would say, true free will
right. But what kind of information?
without that. I mean, yeah, exactly. It's not going to have literally everything unless you wore like a body cam or something your entire life, and it just took all that data.
Like that movie Final Cut.
Yeah, actually, I didn't see that. I don't know.
Oh, it's Robin Williams.
Oh, interesting.
It's it's about a guy who is an editor, and it's in the future. I can't remember what time it does. It may be now, as far as I know, supposedly. But anyway, everyone. You have the option of having this camera installed in your brain or eyes or whatever. And you
Okay.
see what you see for your entire life since or whenever you have it installed. And
Mm-hmm.
people have this thing installed, and then when they die, they have to have special people who don't have cameras installed edit their life for their funeral.
Huh. Okay.
And they do that, and they're called they're the editors, and that's what they do.
Mm.
But they're not allowed. They have to have special rooms that no, it's not connected to the internet. It's not. It's all completely separate. Nobody can get a hold of this information because it's personal and sensitive. And you can't have a camera installed in you because then everything you see would be other people's lives as well, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that's and you're make the final cut of their life, right?
Okay.
So you cut out all
Interesting.
the stuff. So if somebody did something nefarious in their life, you would know about it as the editor, and you're like, got to cut that out and make them look good, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And that happened a couple times. Like one guy had an affair or something like that. And it's like, yeah, I'm going to cut that out. He's still married to the same person. So
Yeah, that definitely feels like an episode of Black Mirror or something.
it could be, I guess. Yeah. I've never seen that, but
I mean, it's basically just like a new Outer Limits.
really. The only one I
Um,
saw was one episode of it. And I didn't realize at the time. I thought they were all connected, but they're not. They're all separate seasons or whatever.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Twilight Zone Outer Limits. It's that kind of show.
Oh, so it's every episode is even completely different,
Yeah.
not connected. But didn't anyway.
They did do something where like they kind of connected ish or whatever, but it, for the most part, don't worry about it.
Okay.
It's you can watch every episode individually. It's fine.
Okay. Now I
It's
saw
kind of like, did you watch the Marvels What If?
no.
Oh, okay. Well, because I was gonna say they did a similar thing in that where every episode was a standalone. You know, what if things were a little bit different, and then in the last episode they kind of tied it together, but you didn't really need to have that.
No, this was yeah. So I would say, um, uh, yeah, it was the one where the prime minister was forced to fuck a pig on TV or something.
Oh, I think that's the first one.
Oh, is it? Okay,
Yeah.
that's the first one. What an
Yeah.
introduction.
I know, right?
So I saw that. I'm like, what the fuck am I watching?
Yeah, but yeah, they're all. I was comparing it more to Outer Limits specifically because, from my memory of Outer Limits, it's usually more sci-fi technological based,
Yeah.
whereas Twilight Zone I think was a lot more philosophical
Right.
situations. So yeah, that's what Black Mirror is. It's like some kind of like, imagine this technology gets,
Out of hand.
yeah, exactly, and then you get some weird circumstance.
Well, maybe I'll give another episode a try. Interesting.
Yeah, there's definitely some good ones, and that do have some kind of philosophical bents to it, but they are definitely based on knowledge of a technology leading to an extreme situation.
Well, there was a well, the British love to do stuff like that, don't they? They love to hyperfixate on that. Well, people do in general, I guess. I would just mention the British only because BBC just had they put a segment out. I don't know what it was, not too long ago, where it shows the what like how AI is affecting science education for kids. Because people are making these supposed science channels that look legitimate on YouTube, and they're really not. They're just it's just people creating an algorithm and just using AI to generate videos and grabbing footage from around the internet. And a lot of the times it's grabbing footage from legitimate science channels and mixing that with an AI narrator, which still sounds fake, but not quite, but it's so really close, right?
Sure.
That mouse on my screen, because of the low res of the video, looks like it's like actually there. Like it's a bug on my screen. Anyway, so they have these science channels that are actually taking it's grabbing videos from legitimate science channels, putting them together with fake narrators, and making shit up, like electricity, that the pyramids can generate electricity, stuff like that. Just sprinkled with some truth, like typical conspiracy theory type crap is. And
Yep, of course.
and then that, makes it very, very difficult to debunk. The only way to debunk this stuff is it's time consuming and tedious. It's tedious because you have to go through it one point by point by point. And nobody wants to do that. You know?
Yeah, because by the time you take the time to do the research and actually create that for somebody to watch, they've moved on to 2 or 3 other conspiracy theories.
Right. And people have generated many other videos with something else. And so it's just you're better off starting with the root problem, which is critical thinking, and teaching kids that at a younger age. That way, and continue to teach it as they get older. And they'll have the tools to be able to combat this stuff. Because it's easy if you don't really know, and you aren't educated on that stuff. It's very easy to fall down a rabbit hole.
Yep. But I mean, yeah, we've gotten to the extent that just teaching factual knowledge is considered to be a form of propaganda. So, what are you gonna do?
Right. Well, you gotta do what religion does: is you get it, hook them while they're young.
Right.
And that will.
Which reminds me of last week's John Oliver about homeschooling.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was an interesting one to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely didn't seem like our experience, but I could see how, it's gotten to that extent, and people are just using it as for more awful things or religious means.
Well, it's always been a religious thing. That's been one of the main things.
Yeah.
But certain states, for a lot of people, cases like ours, you have to actually go to, an evaluation teacher. Some states,
Yeah,
most states, you don't. You don't. We did, but you didn't. You don't have to.
Well, from what John Oliver was saying, even Florida doesn't have that.
Yeah,
anymore.
and Florida doesn't have to, but we did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's the thing. It's that was literally a one-time, once-a-year thing. We just had to have a certified teacher give us a check mark, basically, and they came along and they were like, "Whoa, that is too much. You are interfering." Like, seriously?
So that was removed recently then.
Yeah, because he mentioned something about something that happened in, God, was it 2008?
Oh, jeez.
Because it was in the segment, and he gave the year, and I was like, that's why this information is so different, because that was after we did it.
Right. Yeah, when we were doing it, you had to pass the same shit, So.
Yeah, and I mean, like I said, there's already issues with public education things anyway, of standardization of material, that there isn't really much of a sense of what it means to be an 8th grader or whatever. They don't have a criteria to say 8th grade means algebra and the ability to form write 2-page papers or whatever the fuck.
Right.
It doesn't have anything nearly that concrete as goals. So I mean, that already has issues in itself, and then you go into homeschooling, and it's even worse. Because even that idea of getting a certified teacher to sign off on it, what are they checking against? Just a sense of yeah, I'm a certified teacher, so yeah, sure, that seems good.
Eighth grade. It means you're 12. What it means.
Yeah, right. Yeah, God. I mean, yeah, that's the. I mean, I know from when I was taking adolescent psychology, that literally was more what they were talking about. Is that most of K through 12 education is more about socialization and ensuring that you are maintaining a standing amongst your peers than it is about ensuring that they're receiving the education necessary to go to the next grade. So they were talking about if a student is ever held back a year, there is almost a guarantee they will never be held back another year. And if extreme example, they're held back 2 years, that's it. No more holding back. They will be pushed through.
Well, no child left behind, right?
I have, right? Yeah, it's just, without the sense of the education side of it, it's just the, like, you've just created a, high school diploma that is utterly meaningless. And it didn't really have a whole lot of value before that.
Right. Other than the fact, yeah, it's no, it didn't. I mean, it's because it's really about your parents and where you go to high school. Your parents. It's more about that than it is about your socioeconomic status as a kid than it is anything else. Will determine how successful you're going to be.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's not the school system that's going to do it. And the only thing it does is, and it doesn't even do this well, is to have a standard base education, so everyone can kind of read, write, add, which, to be fair, I mean, compared to 100 years ago, most people know how to read and write and do basic math to a certain degree, right? Which, you go back 100 years, a larger percentage of the population was illiterate.
Yeah, because I mean, yeah, they were also talking about how, like the ability to be successful in like K through 12 education and everything is also dependent on how much you have parents advocating for you. Less than just like if you have a parent that's constantly like, no, my student deserves this grade, and like, why aren't they being able to participate in whatever.
Timmy
Like all that
deserves
kind of
it
stuff.
because he deserves it.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, all that kind of stuff. Just like it does have a statistical increase to the outcome of the students.
Right.
Now, whether that's fair or not is that's a whole other thing.
No, it's not. It's a fine line. It's like, parents, because parents have rights and this rights, and it's like, sometimes I'm like, yeah, parents, if the teacher is being horrible and abusive or whatever, yeah, of course. But most of the time they're not. But parents can be abusive too.
Right?
And you never know who's, sometimes parents need to be told to sit down and shut the fuck up.
Yeah, because I liked that was one of the things that was kind of covered, I think, on John Oliver, that you can't teach what you don't know.
Right. Right. Well, obviously. And then we go to YouTube and learn that the pyramids create electricity.
Right.
Ancient aliens is part of our curriculum. I can only imagine that, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we grew up with, at least Dad, I know, being more of an anti-vaxxer.
Was he?
Wasn't that the big thing he was saying for so long about like you being in school, that he was like, I refuse having the vaccine?
Oh, I don't remember.
Oh yeah. Well, I also remember he had like a whole theory about like taking the vaccine is what makes people fat.
I don't think that has nothing to do with it.
Well, exactly. But I'm saying, like, he had ideas like that that were not based in any sense of reality.
Right.
Of,
No, it couldn't possibly be McDonald's and Burger King. I can tell you from experience, it's McDonald's and Burger King.
Exactly.
Donuts.
Yeah, I actually just had donuts, like, yesterday. It was good.
Yeah, I haven't had a donut in forever.
I had a rare bit from Krispy Kreme
Ooh.
from being on that side of town because we don't have one in our local area.
Mm-hmm.
And then that was enough to be like, I really want donuts again. So I ended up getting some of the Texas favorite Shipley's donuts. And regardless of what any Texan will tell you, Krispy Kreme is infinitely better.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
But it's one of those things where, you know, because Texans have their blinding Texas pride crap, that they're just like, oh, it doesn't matter because even though there's these two things competing, this one's from Texas, so it's automatically better.
That's so stupid. I know, it's so dumb. I just don't get that. I don't get that blindly following anything.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if it makes sense, is it good, or even ideas, right? Like, not just food, but like, you know, pride in a country, or pride in a, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That's such a stupid thing. Oh, if you don't like it, then you can leave. Well, you don't like what's... You can leave, you know? Fuck
Yeah.
you. It's like, you know, you can leave. I don't need to...
Yeah, it's like they'll say that, and then you know, looking at all the people crossing the border, then they're like yeah, they didn't like where they were, so they left. Like,
Right,
oh,
right. But you can't come here. But I guess Hamas is at the border, right? You heard about that one?
not like super detail on that now, because I think from what you were saying earlier, it sounds like you've looked a lot more into it than I have.
Hmm. Yeah, I guess there's some conspiracy theory or something recently where like Hamas is now is at the border of this country, and that's why we need to
Oh,
close
here
the
in
border.
America,
Yeah, here
seeing
in
that.
America. Yeah.
Oh, no, I hadn't heard that. That's their ridiculous thing
Oh
now.
yeah.
Wow. I mean, of course, it's like anyone that you don't like is now suddenly at the southern border.
I know.
Isn't that amazing?
They found, oh, it was I forget where I saw this. I forget who was talking about it, but it was um oh, they found a Muslim prayer rug or something over by the border somewhere. So
Hmm.
that means Hamas is on their way.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And
Oh, there we go.
what
Okay.
made you think
Okay.
that it's a Muslim prayer rug? You know, I mean,
And
it's
even
like
then, it's like, oh,
Facebook moms and stuff, you know,
hmm,
that are reading these stupid things. All it does is somebody come up with a meme and show a picture of a rug, a dirty rug, or any rug. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to actually be a Muslim prayer rug, because they don't know
right.
what one fucking looks like. And they're gonna, they could just say that, and then say this is what's happening, and this is why we need to protect our country, and they'll nod their heads in agreement. Oh yeah, yeah, this is what's going on. It's like, come on.
Hmm.
I mean, not everybody's falling for it. You always wonder if there's, and I've heard this said before, and this is kind of a conspiracy theory too, where like all of this stuff is just like they're trying to see how far they can push the American people,
Hmm.
and to see what people will believe and what they won't believe. I don't think it's nefarious in the sense of like so it's a global conspiracy or new world order or anything like that. But I wouldn't be
Hmm.
surprised that the people creating this stuff is trying that to see
Yeah, I
how
think.
far they can actually get people to believe in this crap.
Yeah, I could see there being definitely something along those lines to just like is like tests to just see like how much you have people,
Mm-hmm.
so that way you can eventually you know, do something more significant.
Right.
I think it's this way.
Oh, to the thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I see it here.
The swarm has met the enemy.
Oh, you need help.
Got it.
It's probably the last one for me for tonight.
That sounds good.
Your queen is under attack.
But I mean, yeah, they already, you know, got people to die out of ignorance for COVID-19.
Well, yeah.
So I'm thinking they got a pretty good stranglehold of that's the point, unfortunately.
It's like 30% of the population, right? Am I right on that?
Oh, that have like a blind faith
Yeah.
level? Yeah, that's probably about the number, honestly. Like, yeah, they probably have, like,
Your queen is under attack.
like 30% that are that level, and then 30% that are like, we're going along with it, but if we're asked to drink the Kool-Aid, you know, we're not gonna.
Mm-hmm. Right. Drinking the Kool-Aid. So I didn't know where that saying came from, so I found that out the other day.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that. That's
Yeah.
funny. Oh, absolutely. I mean, yeah, that's the thing. It is such a common saying now that I think probably most people don't actually know. They may have the association it has something to do with a cult, but not like the story behind it for sure.
Yeah. So you know what it is then.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure.
I just didn't really. I knew it had something like to do with that, but I didn't know. I didn't know the whole story about how they did a bunch of what they called dry runs. You know, where they said there was cyanide in it, but it wasn't. And then the one time there was. You know. I don't know. I remember what. I don't remember which cult they said it was. But
That I do forget. Yes. Some reason my brain's saying Jim Jones, but I don't know if that's accurate.
what's Jim Jones? What was that called?
He was like the cult leader,
Right.
of one of the cults. Could be the one we're talking about. Could not be. I'm not 100%.
Well, what was it? Do you remember what the cult was about?
For his specifically, no.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying it might have been that one. Might have been a different one.
Oh.
I mean, honestly, all in the end, I don't really know if there's really that many cults that have such unique perspectives so that there's that much differentiation. It's always about like one cult leader being, you know, for some reason like a new prophet or the reincarnation of Jesus or some crap, you know.
I just remember the one with Haley's Comet and whatever. The one where they all did drink something and they all committed suicide, mass suicide. They all thought they were going to go up to the comet.
It's just
Oh my god. It's just so
I mean,
weird.
I think a belief of any kind that when you die here on the material plane, you're going to end up somewhere else here on the material plane, like a physical location. That makes no sense to me.
No. No, and most people, well, people that are, I wouldn't say most people, but even religion now is kind of changing. Like, oh, well, it's not the same exactly, but you get a heavenly body, you know, of some kind. So it's like this material world. But of course, it's like, it has to be like this material world because there's nothing else we don't know what else you can imagine, you know?
Yeah.
We don't know how to imagine anything else. Is this like a different guy, like his brother or something?
No. Same dude.
Huh? So why do we kill him now?
Oh, because he was trying to betray and do a whole like, oh, now that you've gotten really powerful, now I'm gonna eat you,
Oh.
and then I absorb all your stuff, and then I'm gonna be super powerful.
Oh. Well, showed him.
Mm-hmm. See, now Kerrigan needs to eat him, and then become super Kerrigan.
Mm-hmm. Cool. So we just finished 15. All right. Cool.
Yeah, it's a good stopping point, wrapping up that arc.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll have badass Kerrigan from this point forward, so things will go a lot quicker. Since even on normal mode, she can solo most of the missions.
Right. Cool. Off we go with that. Neat.